Crappie Town USA, baby! Crappie Town USA. Yep, y'all see me. Put some of that Louisiana hot sauce on some of these slab crappies. Now listen to me. Listen to me. If y'all want to eat some of these slab crappies, have yourself some slab crappies. Listen, let me tell you something. This video, I'm going to narrate it and be quick about it. I got two things I want to share. The first thing is crappie patterns can be different in different regions of the country, and also different lakes around your city or town or wherever you're from. All right, so a lot of times I don't get to share this, but a lot of times when you are hearing us talk, us as YouTubers, about what we do to catch crappie, what we use and so forth, sometimes it'll work where you are, sometimes it won't. Sometimes the season makes the difference and the weather makes the difference. Like some people right now, they're done with spawning, okay? They're done with spawning. There are places I've been, they haven't even started spawning yet, okay? So, and some are doing spawning. So sometimes you have to take in consideration the crappie habitat will influence crappie habits, okay? So sometimes you may get crappies doing certain things other places. You might have to change what you do or how deep you fish based on the crappie's habitat, okay? I utilize the environment and I took a database, okay? This habitat looks like a certain habitat I'm accustomed to, and I wanted to check and see if the crappie's habits were the same because of the familiar habitat in which I was fishing, okay?
I'm gonna try to get right over there where that tree is. Come down this hill. I'm gonna just use the techniques in which I have seen patterns work for me, and I'm just gonna start with that. So I'm gonna start out at about 2.5 feet and look for the brush and see if I can find a depth and throw a jig around it. All right, let's see what happens. All right, I'm gonna use a jig that looks like a minnow, and then I'm gonna throw a minnow as my marker. All right. White crappie off the minnow, right where I told you he would be. Minnow still kicking. I'm gonna see if these brothers over around this corner want them. I may just put her back. I got enough crappies in the freezer, honestly. I think about it. For those of you who always wanted to see a video of me calm, not loud, this is the video for you, because I'm mellow today and I respect the fishermen. When y'all see me, you know, having fun with my wife and being loud, those are places in which it's acceptable. You know, there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place for everything. Right now, I'm using this jig right here. Now, the reason why it's got an odd color, because I purposely mix some of my jigs up. Because some people don't like a mix because it change, you know, the colors mix. But I do that on purpose to give it an odd look. Okay, give it a natural look as that. So basically, that's what I'm doing. I'm fishing the logs, and when I don't know what depth to fish, I always start out at 3 feet, or you know, depending on what I see. But that's basically what I'm doing, just trying patterns. If you go to a new place, that's what you should do. You should try patterns that have worked in places that are similar to where you're fishing, okay? All right, that was off of this jig. Like I said, it's a homemade jig. Let's go for it again. So let's go back in there and let's see if we can pull another one out of there. Hold on. That's a nice one. Come on, y'all. Let me see. Can you see him? All right. I'm at the point now they can have that spot they took of mine. Look, that's that same homemade jig I was telling you about. I made it look a little green. That's natural. That's a natural looking. That's natural. Look at that. And I'm catching them right up in there. And that minnow just sitting out there. All right. Patterns. I'm just learning the pattern. When I say patterns, I'm not talking about, at this point, I'm not talking about general behavior of a pattern. I'm talking about general patterns in my area and going to a different place that has a similar look, similar water tint, and then I'm going to use a similar presentation to catch them, and it seems to be working. All right. Crappie Town USA, baby. Crappie Town USA. All right, listen. I want to share something with you. Okay. Go with what works for you. Find your own patterns that work for you. Certain things I do is nonsense to other people, but I'm catching fish and I'm getting what I'm coming to fish for. So that's what you want to do. You want to find patterns that work for you, for the way you fish and the way you approach fishing and why you're out there. Missed it. Good gracious. I heard a noise in the bushes over there. I heard a noise over there and I didn't know what it was. Should have stayed. See, you got to stay focused. Distractions, man. Nature work together. That's what they work together. Come here. These are female blacks. Okay? Female blacks. Oh, come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Y'all see that jig? It's working. So let's get to it. A couple more and I'm gonna be out of here and wrap it up. I got a lovely wife to go see. Kids that love me. Gotta get on back to the ranch. Were you talking to me?
Yeah.
What you say?
Why you holding your mouth?
To the side a little, huh?
Yeah.
I'm using blue and gray jig.
Yeah.
A blue and gray jig. It's my first time fishing over here, but I'm falling in love with it. I'm fishing about 2.5. You know you're doing something good when people start asking you what you're using and what are you doing over there. You know you're doing something right. I actually put it out there on purpose and jigged right by the minnow, catching them right past the minnow. I work with that. There you go. On that same jig. Patterns, y'all. Patterns. Having conversations with people. We're just doing a little talking. A little fisherman talk. There you go. Just following patterns, man. That's it. It's almost a guaranteed way to catch them. Once you start catching them, figure out what works for you. I'm telling you, that's what I've been doing. I listen to other people, but I pay attention to what works for me, because everybody fish differently. All right. Hold on, get a fish mouth. That's what I want to do. Oh, look at that. Hung again. See that? That's how it is. Crappie fishing. Crappie Town USA. Y'all happy now? I'm hung. All right, y'all. What I'm doing right now, I'm fixing the pole. Okay? Normally, I don't put all this into the video, but I want you to see and understand that that this is the natural. When you crappie fishing, you ain't crappie fishing unless you snagging every now and then. I really don't think you being aggressive about catching them. If you really talking about you ain't never got snagged, show me how you do that. Unless you fishing, you know, a clear lake or something, you know. You know, some lakes don't have no structure like that, but I'm talking about out here in the wilderness. You fishing, you know. I ain't talking about fishing lakes that got lifeguards on them. Yeah, talking about the backwoods. There you go. That's a white female. I got a minnow out there. Ain't doing nothing. Patterns, y'all. Remember your patterns of when you caught them. I'm gonna get on out of here, okay? I'm gonna get on out of here. I told y'all, I got a lovely wife at home and kids waiting on me. Big Daddy gotta get out of here. So, got another spot to add to the list. That's what I do. Just add to the list so we can always fish year-round, or, you know, not all the time do it happen like this. I mean, these are just to increase your chances of catching crappies. This is not really this is not crappie proof. This is not no guaranteed way. It's just to increase your chances of catching them, all right? Follow the patterns that you see in other places, and that things that work for you in other places, try it at new places, all right? And if you never caught crappie before, or you new to catching crappies, if you are into live bait, minnows is a very good thing, or try using something that is minnow like, okay? And listen to the guys who are catching them. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, all right? I got to get out of here. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.